Hey everyone, welcome back to Spreadsheets to Spatulas. I'm so excited to be making another new recipe, and by new recipe I mean a recipe I've never made before in my life. It's one that I've enjoyed very much over the years, although I've never tried, of course, Paul Hollywood's take on it, and I'm very excited to. If any of you guys saw my little teaser yesterday, you might have a little hint of what's coming. I think one of y'all definitely figured it out, but it is key lime pie. So I wanted to do something that was going to be, very fresh, very light. It's still summer, but we're almost over, and I wanted to do kind of a farewell to summer, hopefully fall coming, and something for my kiddo as she heads back to college, out of state, that, just reminds her a little bit of home. And what better dish to make than Florida's well-known key lime pie? At least I'm pretty sure it's well known in Florida. Seems like it goes hand in hand. Anyways, it was a lot of fun to make, as always. I did take my time, a little bit more time than usual, because I was sick for an entire week, so I was a little kind of drained from that. But I still had a blast. But despite being tired, I still enjoyed it. And I took my time, and I read the recipe ahead of time. So no surprises this time, even though the last surprise did work really well in my favor. Anyways, I'm really excited to see what everyone thinks about it as they taste it throughout the week, and I can't wait to hear what your guys' thoughts are. So take a look. In episode 8 of Spreadsheets to Spatulas, I'm making Paul Hollywood's key lime pie, and I'm starting with the garnish because apparently I like to do things a little backwards. First, I finely sliced my limes, laid them out on the baking sheet, and popped them into the oven at a low temperature to dry them out. And while those were doing their thing, it was time to get started on the actual pie. I started with the crust, getting everything crushed up and mixed together, and honestly, this part came together pretty easily. Once I had my biscuit mixture ready, I pressed it into the tin and tried to get it nice and even, because apparently the crust has to look pretty before we even get it to the important part. Now, onto the filling, which is, of course, the best part of any key lime pie. I got everything into the mixer and let Paul Hollywood take the lead on this one. Of course, we need plenty of lime. I added the zest first, then started squeezing in that fresh lime juice. And yes, I squeezed a lot of limes for this pie. Once everything was in, I let the mixer do the work and got that filling nice and smooth. Then it was time to bring the crust and filling together. I poured the mixture to the prepared crust and got it ready for the next step. While my pie was in the fridge cooling and chilling before I popped it into the oven, I started on the whipped cream, which, you guessed it, required more lime. Also, maybe deviated a little from the recipe and added some splash of vanilla extract because I felt like it was missing something. Once I was done mixing it, I put it into the piping bag, sealed it, and put it in the fridge alongside the key lime pie to chill. Once the pie was done baking and cooling off, I was ready to slice into it. I actually pre-cut my slices first, just lightly scoring where I wanted each piece to be. Then, when I went back in for the actual cuts, I dipped my knife in warm water in between each slice. This is actually a trick I learned recently, and it helps you get those nice, clean cuts without dragging the filling all over the place and making a mess. And it worked really well. It was now time for me to finish it off. I arranged my slices, added the whipped cream, and of course my daughter added a little special something of whipped cream on hers, and then added the dried lime slices to kind of top that off for that finishing touch. And there she is, my first ever key lime pie. Okay everyone, be honest. If you saw this sitting in the bakery case, would you pick it up? And do you think Paul Hollywood would give me a handshake? So like, follow, and subscribe to check out part 2 and see what my taste testers think